this, make sure you have your conversion sheet handy, because we don't expect you to have all these memorized. You can use your conversion sheet on the test, so have that handy. So we're going to start with one, maybe not super simple, but not too bad. Let's convert 4 yards into inches. Okay, so now, and if you know how to do this a different way, that's totally fine, but I'm going to do all of these problems using unity fractions, because especially as you get to the harder problems, using unity fractions makes it easier. So what we do to use unity fractions is we make the first thing that we're given like a fraction by putting it over 1. Remember, you can always put anything over 1 to make it look like a fraction. Okay, so now we want to use next the fact that 1 yard equals 3 feet. Okay, in 1 yard there's 3 feet. So I have to figure out, let me jot that over to the side. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. You should see something like that on your conversion sheet. So I have to figure out, well, what's going to go on top and what's going to go on bottom. So as long as I put 1 on top, 1 on bottom, I'm allowed to multiply by that because they're equal. So since I am trying to get rid of yards with my 4 yards on top in the first fraction, I'm going to put my 1 yard on the bottom, which means my 3 feet goes on top. Okay, so notice that, like the 1 yard on the bottom, if I just took the 1 yard, took that away, replaced it with 3 feet, because those are the same thing, I'd have 3 feet over 3 feet, it would just go away. It would look like this. 3 and 3 would be like 1, feet and feet would cancel. It's just like multiplying by 1. Okay, so that's why we're allowed to do this. So yards would cancel then, and now I need to convert feet into inches. So I'm going to have to use the fact that there's 12 inches in a foot. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Okay, so I'm going to put my feet on the bottom, inches on top, because I want to cancel feet and get to inches. So 12 inches on top, 1 foot on the bottom. So my yards canceled, my feet canceled, and I was left with inches, which is what I want. Now, just like multiplying fractions, multiply straight across on top, straight across on bottom. So on top, I'll have 4 times 3 times 12 is 144. 1 on the bottom, just left with inches. So 144 inches is equal to 4 yards. Okay, let's do another one. How about 12.5 pints is how many gallons? 12.5 pints is how many gallons? Okay, so I'm always, first step, whatever I'm given, put it over 1. I'm just going to make it 12.5 pints instead of 12.5. Make it look a little nicer, a little easier. Okay, so now I'm not even going to think about my next step until I put my pints on the bottom, because I know I want to cancel out pints. Okay, so if I am thinking, well, I'm trying to go from pints to gallons, I'm trying to go to something bigger. The next thing that I know is quarts. I know that there's 1 quart equals 2 pints. Okay, and always be looking at your conversion sheet to help you figure out, well, where does the 1 go? Where does the 2 go? 2 goes with pints, 1 goes with quarts. Okay, now let's go from quarts to gallons, because I know that 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Okay, so notice, now I'm going to go back and check. I canceled my quarts, cancel my pints. Sorry, I said that the other way around. Cancel pints, then cancel quarts. I'm left with gallons, which is what I want. So now I'm going to multiply straight across on top. 12.5 times 1 times 1 is 12.5. 1 times 2 times 4 on the bottom is 8. Left with gallons on top. So 12.5 divided by 8 is about 1.56 gallons. 1.56 gallons. Okay, and you know, that sounds maybe about right if I think about a gallon of milk, 1.5 of those. Think about a little pint of milk. You know, it should be definitely smaller. Okay, so let's jump to one that's a little trickier. This one's going to be a little bit more involved. And now you're going to really see how the unity fractions can help out. let's convert 30 miles per hour into feet per second. 30 miles per hour into feet per second. So notice this is different because now I have 2 units. So whenever I have a relation of 2 units, a lot of times these are speed, like miles per hour, kind of like the rates we did in the ratio proportion percent module. So this one's a little different. When I start these ones, I'm going to still make my fraction in my first step. But if it's, let's think about this, 30 miles per hour. Per means divide. Per, divide, fraction, they all go together, right? So 30 miles per 1 hour. So it's not just going to be putting it over 1. The hours is going to go on the bottom too. Okay, because if you think about what does 30 miles per hour mean? It means that in 1 hour I can get 30 miles, right? Or I go 30 miles in 1 hour. So those are equal. We're saying 1 hour equals 30 miles. So that's why we write it like a fraction like that. So now I have 2 things going on here. I need to get miles into feet, and I need to get hours into seconds. 2 things. So, and it doesn't really matter which one you do first, because we're just going to do a bunch of different unity fractions until we get what we want. So let's just do miles first. So if I'm trying to get rid of miles, miles goes on the bottom. Do I know how many feet are in a mile? If you look at your sheet, you should see 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. Okay, so right now I'm going to cross off my miles, circle my feet, because I know I've got that part done. Now I've got to deal with my hours. Okay, so now, just like we did before, we want it to cancel. So if hours is on the bottom, now hours is going to go on top. So now I'm trying to go hours into seconds. Now I might not know how many seconds are in an hour, but I should know how many minutes are in an hour. There's 60 minutes in 1 hour, right? And then I'm going to go another step. Minutes on top, so it's going to cancel. Seconds on the bottom. In 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. So my hours cancel top and bottom. Minutes cancel top and bottom. Seconds is what I'm going to be left with on the bottom. Which that's what I want. I want feet per second. Okay, so straight across on top, 30 times 5,280 times 1 times 1, 158,400 feet on top. And then on the bottom, 1 times 1 times 60 times 60. I mean, the ones don't really matter, but it is like we're multiplying by 1. So 60 times 60 is 3,600 seconds. So now when we divide, we should be getting 44 feet per second now.